buys as well in the ACC tournament, which is critical. One thing I will tell you, as good as the ACC has been yet again and always is, there will be a lot more than 6 teams in the NCAA tournament. A little change this year for the women. The NCAA tournament will be in Kansas City at the beautiful stadium for the Kansas City Current, built specifically for the women's game. And that actually is now the current home of Michelle Cooper, whose name may get brought up if Miss Minestrella scores another goal in this game for Duke. We'll have more on that if that happens. Sonacheva starting on the right side as it was laid out on the formation, but don't be surprised if they flip a little bit. Just throw in for Duke. Play back to Elle Piper. Elle Piper has been banged up quite a bit this year, and make no mistake, if the grind of the college season, Matt, it is tough. I mean, a lot of times it's 3 games in 10 days, that type of situation. Sometimes you get a week off. Sometimes it's 2 games in 6 days. Point is, if they're healthy at the right time heading into the ACC tournament, assuming that they do get in, and the NCAA tournament, I think Duke's a very dangerous team.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think Oliaro coming into this season also trying to get over some issues that lingered from the end of last season, now back up to full form, and it's fantastic to see a team that's rounding out with full health at the right time.
Sonacheva highlighted in the open by Mr. Stradley. Drop back to Piper. A little bit of surprise, no Avery Older in the starting lineup, as I'm pretty sure she started every game this season. But a little different formation for Duke. And Matt, if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind talking about kind of your take on that. Travers drops it back over. We'll do it after this opportunity from Duke, as they got a good opportunity to get it into the 18. On the far side, that's exactly what they'll do, and it's flicked. But Matt, you actually were of the opinion, if you don't mind me sharing it, that, you know, hey, down the stretch, they still want to do everything it takes, and if they got to go back to a different formation to get the win against Syracuse, he wants to be able to see different players in different positions, and he also wants to continue to test either 3 in the back or 4 in the back. And also, Avery Older's played a lot, so as a freshman, give her a little rest. She's clearly delivered, clearly is worthy of being a starter, so I think it's all of those things.
I think you're absolutely right. I think Sonacheva's done so well over the last 4 games and has done so well in the practices and came into the season in phenomenal game-ready shape. You have to reward that, but there's so much quality in this Duke team, you know, at the cost of what? Who do you pull off? And it's such a difficult decision to make. And if I'm coach, I'm glad I'm not Coach Hall, because I would hate to make that kind of a decision.
After smoking Pittsburgh here 5-0 in a game that Matt and I had the call on, 2 3-2 wins over North Carolina and Virginia Tech. Sonacheva did score in that Virginia Tech game for Kieran Hall and the Duke Blue Devils.
Sonacheva spent her first season at UCLA, played 8 games for a UCLA team that won the national championship that year. Before transferring to Duke, got to see a familiar face in Elle Piper. They were actually on the Bay Area Surf club team together.
Fantastic. Obviously, the youth game in the U.S., particularly on the girls' side, a lot of people now say best in the world, let alone best in the U.S. at the higher league level, particularly ECNL comes up a lot, Elite Clubs National League. Of course, the U.S. continue to be the #1 team ranked by FIFA in the country at the full international stage. Your reigning Olympic gold medalists with a World Cup looming. Down in Brazil, Sonacheva with the right foot. All the way through to Oliaro. Oliaro trying to close it down. And Daya King, the outstanding freshman from Moreno Valley, California. Laguerre Laguerre also a little bit banged up this year, but starting to get healthy at the right time. There's Roller, the reigning ACC Defender of the Year. Played into perfect spot there to Travers. If you remember in the Pitt game, Devin Lynch didn't start, so it's not like you're going to start every single game. And I think that's kind of one of the things Kieran Hall wanted to accomplish this year, is to make sure that every player is ready to start when called upon, as you see Devin Lynch back in there.
I think you mentioned it earlier, and I think you said it best. This is a very long season, and injuries can happen, and you need to have a bench that's ready to adjust if those injuries happen.
Really nice to spend a little extra time with Nikki Thrasher-Adams. As you just saw, there was a whistle there, but first and second balls, she said, are critical. Basically, Duke is so good at the effort plays, as you see Nikki Thrasher-Adams, and she kind of feels like if they can win first or second balls, and then maybe if they're headed in the right direction, go with some numbers and then make the most of those opportunities. It was pretty clear, Matt, that that was not going to happen the entire 90, but if they found the right moments, she was going to be happy with that.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what Duke has to do. You're not going to have the majority of the ball.
Cheva all the way through. Oliaro over there has Travers in front of her, but Oliaro on her own. Cut it back in, gets on her right foot, looking for Minestrella. Minestrella and Oliaro in this game. Assists and goals. We'll be keeping an eye on both of them, as both of them will hit double-digit numbers. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, if Minestrella can score 10, she'll be one of just a handful of unbelievable players that have scored 10 in back-to-back years. Michelle Cooper, one of them. Is it bad that I spoiled the goods already?
No, I like it. Now I know what I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
Minestrella over the past 2 seasons has been so efficient in front of goal.
No doubt about it, Matt. Other side, where we have kind of gotten used to seeing Avery Older over there, and then sometimes we'll see her on the right side. We'll see if she'll come off the bench, as that is hammered right there to Vanderbosch, as Vanderbosch comes in, having played 16 and a half of the 17 games. Break down this replay here from Travers.
She makes a clean save, and that's what you would expect from Vanderbosch. She's a very high-level keeper, and she makes the routine saves at a phenomenal clip. Sometimes you'll see keepers kind of take the sting out of that. Well, that's where mistakes can happen. She just feels it cleanly first time. I love that.
Vanderbosch, as I mentioned, has played 16 and a half of the 17 games, given up 20 goals, has a 1.29 goals against average, 78 saves, 5, 7, and 4 on the season, with 5 shutouts for Syracuse, as Roller will play it back to Dysart. Dysart, as you heard me say several times during Duke broadcast, took over in the first half of the first game and has basically solidified that spot as the starting goalkeeper, which, you know, a lot of the pundits out there basically feel like if Dysart can continue to progress, Duke can make a long run. Sonacheva back over, and just a little bit behind Minestrella, getting ready to join a lead company, but not that time. Always a well-educated crowd here for the Duke women. Played back in. Sent back across, looking for the flicker is Minestrella. Sonacheva turn back to Elle Piper, as Matt Stradley told you, those two former club teammates. Had to be another key draw for her. Back to Roller. Coach Nikki Thrasher-Adams did admit, don't be surprised at times to see a line of 5 in the back, and there's a straight line of 5 with another line of 4 in front, yet Duke still gets a shot off and just misses there by Laguerre. So despite all of those players back there wearing white jerseys, Duke finds an opening.
And it's a great play by Oliaro. She's pitching in, she's causing problems. The touch doesn't clear her feet enough. She can't really get that power she wants to on it to sneak it near post. The ball just died on her. Too good of a first touch, I'd say.
Duke, a high production scoring team. They actually rank first nationally in assists with 3.85 per game. That's 3.85 per game, and 6 in corner kicks per match at almost 7.5. As there's a lot of attacking quality on this team, including from their center backs. I mean, Roller loves to get forward when she can. Piper, very capable of getting forward. And depending on who's in there on the back line, they've got a couple of them. I mean, Travers started back there in the back line, always got forward. Coughlin was fearless going forward. Expect to see her a little bit later. Sergio Gonzalez, who referees a lot of games at a lot of different levels, is your man in the middle. As you see Piper. There's Sergio. And Sergio's better qualities is he will let you talk, and he'll have a conversation with you, whether you're a player or a coach. It's not one of those my way or the highway type deals. Played in. Cat Rader. And just a little bit late. Probably the best way to describe the demeanor of Sergio Gonzalez, just in the fact that he's willing to listen and cares quite a bit, is like compared to Matt Stradley.
He's a fantastic steward of the game, then. Already like him. Right. Big fan. If Syracuse can withstand the first 15 to 20 minutes of the Duke pressure, then the pressure kind of starts to flip a little bit. Duke's at home. We've got to get a goal. We've got to get on the board. Duke hasn't scored a ton before halftime over their last 2 games. So I'm not concerned if I'm Coach Hall, but there might be a sentiment in the crowd, hey, we need to go ahead and get one on the board.
Rader, one of the more dynamic players in all the land. Number 2, Rader. Rader, right side, good squared ball, and a turn! And Estrella denied for the second time, really. Here's Piper, she'll drop it over. Now Travers, Lynch with the right foot, lofts the ball, looking for Minestrella again. Rader's in there, Sonacheva's in there, and Syracuse just trying to keep it in bounds, but it will be a corner kick. Corner kick, Duke.
What a fantastic save by Vanderbilt. Gets down, gets a little kick save to it by getting big. Minestrella on the turn. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, a little triple step over from Rader to buy the space, the right-footed cross.
Frankly, Matt, everything Rader did right there was outstanding. The footwork, the dribbling, and then also the pass was in the perfect spot. Nobody home for Sonacheva, and it's going to roll out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick coming back for Syracuse.
That's a fantastic job of putting a ball in a dangerous space and hoping that your teammate reads that it's coming in, makes that back post run.
See Minestrella with the white ribbon tonight up top. Hit it off the head of Sonacheva. Still battling in the midfield. That's Laguerre that got just a nice little touch. Lynch drops a really good ball inside the 18. The shot lofted well over the crossbar and not on target. It'll come back again to Syracuse.
It's a good swing by Rader. What she's trying to do is just to get a little dip on the end, bend that into the top corner, gets a bit under it. It can happen when you're trying to generate so much spin, you lean back just a little bit. That's why the posture has to be right. You have to be up and over the ball in order to keep that type of ball down.
Duke now credited with 6 shots early in the game. A little bit of push there on Duke. So now Syracuse will have the ball at midfield.
We haven't seen many forays into the Duke defensive side of the field. It's all been played in about the 33% of Syracuse's defensive third. So this is Syracuse's first foray into that territory.
Decent check back there. I believe that was Clammer, the player that would feature. Duke going the other way, though. Just a moment. Here's Laguerre. Laguerre back to Rader. Laguerre, in my opinion, I said it early on, a player that if she wanted to get 10 goals, she could get 10 goals, but she's not even remotely thinking about 1 or 2 goals. She just wants her team to win, and she is a pass-first player. Sonacheva with the right foot that time, showing her versatility, stays with it, challenges the goalkeeper, but it's picked up quickly there by Shea Vanderbosch. I don't mind that play from Sonacheva. As you cause a rebound, anything can happen.
And it's a fantastic ball low, and Vanderbosch does a good job scooping it up. That's such a dangerous ball across. She can't let it go to the back post. Keeps her calm, keeps her composure as the ball's bounding in front of her, pounces on it.
Yeah, 2 things there, right, Matt? Don't want it to go to the back post, and you also don't want it to rebound over to Rader, who was looming. She did enough to slow the speed of that cross from Sonacheva, and then picked it up. Piper. Sonacheva back over to Roller. Lynch shows. Lynch always so good with the trap. One back here by Duke. The effort from the Duke Blue Devils. Looking to try to create their own space, but then drops it back to Piper. Sent back in as Oliaro, wearing that captain's armband, wanted to shoot earlier. It just wasn't there, so she kind of had a reset and then got a shot off.
And it was a good job defensively. They pushed Oliaro off of the initial shot. Has a good look, but Vandenbrosch can see it the whole way.
Piper does well to shield it out of bounds as we throw in to Duke. 27:38 remaining. Duke cranking out the shots. They've got 7, 3 on frame, and they have a corner. Syracuse, nary a shot or a corner so far. As it's played again, middle of the field to Minestrella. Laguerre, always kind of there when you need her. They've given Lynch the Liberty Bell. I love it. I mean, she's got the freedom to kind of bounce around and be valuable as they give it back to Lynch. I like her in that role a lot, Matt. I think you've heard me say that before.
She can wear so many different hats in this Duke offense, and to just give her the keys to the closet is fantastic.
Piper to Rader. Rader! Deflected, goes off the near post, and then sent away by Syracuse. Travers may have enough time to run it down to avoid a throw-in, and does. Has King behind her. Rader, so electric and such a quick release. So much fun to watch. Roller with a brilliant ball, far side. Oliaro.
Roller's a very, very good defender. An underrated part of her game is her ability to distribute, to get into the attacking third so quickly with the ball off of her boot.
Yeah, right now they have not been able to kind of find Laguerre in the right pocket. They have wanted to, and every once in a while when they do force the pass, it'll be the rare time when they do have a turnover. This is where Syracuse is hoping to pounce. As we heard that directly from their head coach. It's Gabby Wisback, number 10, who was in the middle of all that, and then picked up by the sophomore goalkeeper Caroline Dysart. Look at Gabby Wisback, the sophomore from the state of Maryland. Of course, when I think, yeah, 2014, when she was a child, Maryland was in the ACC. Here's Roller. to Piper. Sonacheva down near the end line. Too deep for Oliaro. Oliaro will just turn and run it down. Travers there for the safety. Has Oliaro behind her, and that's who she'll use. Centrally to Laguerre. Laguerre, brilliant pass to Lynch. Lynch, when she can turn, it is coming with power, and that's enough power for a corner kick. Corner kick.
That will be taken by number 6,
Lynch on the ball,
Lynch.
and I'm Syracuse. If she's within 35 yards of my net, I'm sending somebody at her. She can't have time and space.
That's well said. Such a dynamic player. 3 goals and 4 assists on the season. Lynch right to the goalkeeper, Shea Vanderbosch, and a wasted corner that time for Duke.
Vanderbosch is really good in the air, and that's one of the most difficult things for a keeper to do, is to come out and claim in the traffic from a corner.
Gear just always just 1, 2 simple clean touches. A rare heavy touch that time from Rader. Rader tries to fight to win it back. They'll keep it with Syracuse.
What I've seen from the Orange so far is that they're a very disciplined defensive team. They don't get frustrated with lack of possession. They understand that that's going to happen sometimes.
What a header from Minestrella. Oh, Rader. What a header from Minestrella. Piper back to Roller. Now King. King's got Travers, and she'll get it to Travers. Oliaro is on the far side. Now it's Mia. And offside. This will come back to Syracuse. Minestrella is more than just a goal scorer. She, to me, is a next level player. I've said all along I feel like Rader as well, but that header that she had into space right there, she has scored in 8 of the 13 games this season. And to be fair, Matt, we've seen enough of her. Her numbers are fantastic, as Minestrella's got 9 goals and 4 assists. But I think if we asked her, she would say, I probably should have 15 or 16.
Yeah, I think that's probably fair. And I think one thing she doesn't get credit for is the space that she creates for others to get their goals. Because she is so dangerous, because of the runs that she makes, you're finding more space on the wings for players like Oliaro, for players like Sonacheva, for players like Avery Oder.
Look at these great players here from ACC schools that are on the Mac Herman Trophy watch list, where the ACC has been dominant again this season with so many teams, not just in the top 25, but in the top 10 all season long of the United Soccer Coaches top 25. Syracuse still looking for their first shot, as they've given up 9 to the home team, the Duke Blue Devils.
Syracuse does get outshot by their opponents. Just throughout the season, that's the way it's been. But their shots on goal versus shots are over 50%. So if they take a shot, it's going to be a quality shot.
We'll see.
Fair enough.
Here's Laguerre. Back to Roller. Rader hesitated just enough, and so to go out of bounds. More than halfway through the first half, no score. ACC Women's Soccer on the ACC Network Extra.
Looks like the Blue Devils have shifted defensively back into a 4-back. Like a 4-4-2 look almost.
That's a good call, as Travers has dropped back to the left back spot. Laguerre sitting in front of those 4. Sonacheva, just things she does outside of crossing great balls is this right here. I mean, she just won that head ball. She won the second ball there, gets it back to Laguerre. She's worked her way into the starting lineup. Here's Roller. Here's Travers now. Started as a holding mid, now working more as a left back. Played back in as Laguerre comes forward. I've got time for that. If Karina Laguerre wants to come forward, I'm all about that.
She's really good at spotting when there's going to be a chance to apply pressure, a chance to pick up a second ball, and to clear that defensive space and get into the attack. She's really smart, really understands the game well.
Travers is on it. Based on the control play, Matt, I'll give you that caveat, but you did point out that they moved to 4 in the back. Why do you think Kieran Hall would want to do that?
So I think he had an idea of how they were going to attack in wide areas, and then they've seen how Syracuse is
low blocking,
really low blocking, really gumming up the middle. And if you can keep one of your center backs forward into that midfield area, you can overwhelm and win the numbers.
All right. Travers. Far side, Oliaro. Lynch. Lynch hits another post. That's 2 posts for Duke. Both posts have been hit by Duke, yet it's 0-0.
So close. Lynch weaving in front of traffic. That's a tough ball. It's waist high. You've got to go first time just to get something on it.
Well, I think where the ball was, though, that was going to be hard to go first time with Matt, though, right? Wasn't that like right in her stomach almost?
Oh, yeah, and she just tries to trap it forward, kind of push it to the corner.
Knocked the wind out of her, didn't it? See that?
Vanderbosch a little slow coming off of the pitch as well, coming up off of the pitch as well. Glad to see she's staying in.
For me, Matt, it's the runs that Lynch is committed to, like that one. I mean, that deep run, knowing that there's going to be a pocket open. That's what I love about her game.
She saw that, and her fearlessness and the speed with which she cut across 2 defenders to be the first one to the ball. That's one rule if you're a defender. You can't let anyone run across your face if there's a cross to be coming in. So the defenders really have to get some contact on her.
Yeah, and to your point, would she have loved the first time? It absolutely. When she couldn't, the fact that she still got a ball off that hit the post is pretty incredible.
Now, to be fair, from my angle, it looked like she tried to shoulder that thing in almost, like first time with the touch, but I can't believe she got a shot off at all.
Piper over to Lynch. Lynch with Oliaro running it down as it stays in bounds. And Oliaro gets it back. Great give and go. Oliaro will drop this over. Laguerre, top of the 18, went down on contact. Laguerre, as honest as the day is long, did not embellish. Could have, did not. And so they play on. Now Laguerre just a second late as going the other way is Ashley Rauch. Let's take a look at some of this contact on that last Duke chance.
Good little bit of one-touch play to the top of the box. Laguerre tries to get out from under her feet.
Ooh, I think that's a penalty. That was in the 18. She did look. She didn't oversell it though, and she never does. She is so fair play. And Sergio Gonzalez is also saying ball first, and I think he's right.
I think he is too, and it took me a third view until I agree with what I thought the first time. Oh.
3 times to make yourself agree with what you already agreed on. I like it.
That's it. I should stop doubting myself.
Don't ever doubt yourself. Offside flag's got to go up. I think they know that. Dysart will play it out of the back anyway. So here we go. Travers, as Duke does switch to a 4-back, and it has created the kind of space that you talked about. And more touches for Laguerre. Now here's Rader. Rader, angled ball back, where Lynch always seems to be ready. Lynch with the left foot, and saved again as Shea Vanderbosch is having herself a pretty good game. She's got 5 saves on the night already with 16+ minutes remaining in the first half.
And it's good by Lynch. She's having to go back, right-footed shot. It's not a lot on it. And to be fair, she's running away from where she's kicking it. It's tough to get something on it. That left-footed shot, that was a great save by Vanderbosch. Had to spill no rebound.
Piper had just a little bit of trouble. And there's Vita crashing down. Vitani Hen, number 8, who has looked impressive. Right in front, and Dysart has it. Like to see a little bit more of them finding Mia Clammer, the player that we talked about off the open, talking about Syracuse in the white uniforms.
Clammer's been a goal scorer since she touched a football. She's a fantastic player. Played at Division II for 2 years, led, I think, the world, maybe the universe in scoring. Yeah, twice.
2-time D2 National Player of the Year at a school that then folded. And she's found a home right at Syracuse.
I heard the second year that it stayed open just because she was doing so good.
Duke drops it back. Lynch with another shot from distance, 1 bounce. I think now we're going to see Avery Older. There's Avery Older, who has got to be down as a leading candidate for ACC Freshman of the Year. Farrah Walters, the senior, also looking to get into the game. Older with 6 goals and 4 assists in her rookie campaign. Arrived early, ready to go after winning an ECL National Championship, did Avery Older. She is one of the players getting ready to come on. There's also 2 getting ready to come on for Syracuse. Played back to Roller. Good ball in. Lynch. Not too many players can make that turn inside the 18. Now she does knock it off a Syracuse defender looking for a handball.
And we'll take a look at it, I think rightly so. Initially, I thought the arm was up.
The previous sequence is under review.
No, it's tucked in. I take it back. To me, it's not. It's pretty tucked in. She's turning her body into it. I don't think it's making her wider. I don't think she's making her silhouette bigger. It's not for me, Dean.
I think you're right. Sergio just wanted to make sure, though, and I think Syracuse wanted, everybody wanted to make sure, right? Arm was tucked in, so Sergio already said no handball, so you nailed it, Matt.
And we accidentally got one right there. How about that? I like that that's not a handball, because I've still got a little bit too much defender in me. What are you supposed to do with your arms? If you're not allowed to tuck them in like that, I don't know what you're supposed to do. So I like the call. It's the right call. Syracuse is bent, but they haven't broken. They've given Duke shots, but those shots, by and large, have been from distance. Some fantastic crosses just fizzed by. Nobody's found the end of it.
Yes, Mia! Yes, Julia!
Off the head of Sonacheva. comes Oder,
for Syracuse,
and here
now
comes
in,
Walters.
number 2.
Walters had played good enough for a while to get in there. Both the Mias are going to come off, Minestrella and Oliaro. Also coming in for Duke late is Phoebe Goldthwait, who did a solid job while Karina Laguerre was out for a game and a half with an injury. I thought she was fantastic. There is Goldthwait.
I think Duke has maybe one of the best information people in Lindy Brown. He gets us all this information, makes sure I have information on every player. And one fun fact, and my favorite, maybe all-time fun fact, is Phoebe Goldthwait's fun fact. She's really good at making balloon animals.
I like that too. Is she as good as Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Wedding crashers, man.
Yeah.
I want a bicycle. Make me a bicycle. Goes the other way. If not everybody's with me on that, I apologize, but that is one of the greatest movies of all time. That line is one of the best.
I want to go out on a limb and say Phoebe Goldthwait can make a bicycle out of balloons. I'll say it. That was a nice ball.
Syracuse over the top. There's Roller at a good angle. Safety first, though. She's going to knock it out of bounds and let Syracuse maybe bring some bodies forward. They're not 100% committed, as, make no mistake, Syracuse would not be upset if a 0-0 halftime score. Throw in sent back by Duke, as you can't totally see what we can see, but the three backs for Syracuse are all way back, just right in front of midfield. Yeah, there's some of them. They pan out. Our crew is outstanding as they make a sub. You can see a little bit more. Syracuse will bring on Sierra Collins, who is a graduate student, Mississippi State transfer. As there is Nikki Thrasher Adams.
Avery in front! Avery in front! Stop! Avery on your left! Avery on your left!
Look how quickly Duke changes their defensive line. They pull it so far up the pitch so quickly.
Oh, read perfectly by Piper. She's got everything but the soccer ball. Now Roller. The middle line has changed with Laguerre going to the bench. So that'll be Goldthwait when they can find her. Both Mia's on the bench as well. Walters over to Sonacheva, who stays in there. So Laguerre did say out there as it was the two Mias that came out, which is, I think, what I said anyway. But Sonacheva looking to cross it. Little nick, and it sails over the crossbar.
Jocelyn, tell Avery she needs to stay away. Avery!
Sonacheva has this fantastic move where you think for sure she's going to push the ball on her left foot, curl across back post, right? But what she does, she bounces it off of her left heel to give her space so she can wrap her right foot around the ball.
Great breakdown by Matt Stradley. Here's Rader. Just rockets in a corner kick. Love that. It will go all the way through. Sonacheva on the other side after the Rader corner. Far stick, nobody home, and it'll be a Syracuse goal kick. Syracuse does have a shot now. Duke, though, has 15, 6 on frame, forcing Shea Vanderbosch to make 6 saves. 2 fouls apiece, 3 corners for Duke, none for the Orange. as we're approaching 8 minutes remaining here in the first half.
It's a good idea by Sonacheva trying to loop one in. Cam Roller had that back post run, but it's better defense by Incorvaya, who just pushes her off of her line.
Duke remaining in the top 10 of the United Soccer Coaches poll this week. They've been in the top 10 in 9 of the 11 polls this season. Rader and Piper taking their time. Laguerre to Travers. Travers. She might be thinking shot here. Yeah, I think that was a shot. It was not on frame. You think it was a pass?
I think she's lining up the shot and she sees Farrah Walters making a great run and tries to change her mind last second. That's what I think.
Okay, you might be right. I doubt it, but
you're probably right. We're trying to give benefits of the doubt over here, my guy.
goal kick. Here's Walters. Walters felt the pressure, brings it back to Travers. Travers has Piper. Piper with Laguerre on her left, Rader. And Rader off to Sonacheva. Sonacheva thought maybe she was going to sneak that in. Goalkeeper was backpedaling, but we remain at zeros. Another goal kick coming for the Orange.
She'd curled 3 out from a very similar spot. I think she was checking. Let's just make sure Van der Bosch is being honest with me here, not leaning off of her line.
Nikki Thresher-Adams not done bringing subs on. As we have 6 minutes remaining, she will bring another player on. Good work by Laguerre in the middle to find Goldthwaite. Goldthwaite and Laguerre. Now here's Avery Oder into the game. The freshman sensation can hit it with her right or her left. This time with her left. That's a pass into Walters, and picked up again by the goalkeeper, Shea Van der Bosch.
Decisive off the line. Van der Bosch sees where the ball's going to be, dives onto it. Nice little job, little flick to get by the defender. It's a good cross from a tough spot. There's no hesitation in Van der Bosch. She's ready on her tiptoes to get off that line.
She's got to be, because big-time players are coming at her. Avery Older a moment ago. Now it's Rader. Rader down near the end line. Perfect pass. That's another post. It's Van der Bosch low. That's 3 posts now for the Duke Blue Devils. Laguerre props it over. Rader's there. A little bit of a collision. Referee says no dice, says Rader is down. Now the referee's going to check on Rader, but he did not make any indication that there was any kind of penalty. And I think he's probably right. Both players going for the ball, so Rader will get up. A cheeky thought by Laguerre. Laguerre's one of the few players that can even consider that kind of pass right at the top of the 6. Let's see all of the Duke attack.
Oh, it's off the line. Oh.
Okay, so not a post, so just 2 posts. Huh.
Van der Bosch does push it, gets contact on the ball, pushes it away, out of danger. What part of the previous play do you think was under the review? Do you think it's the contact, or I mean, there's so much going on?
It's the goalkeeper collision, I think. I'm certain.
Yeah, I think we're going to be playing on, in my opinion. The keeper gets a play on the ball. The contact comes after.
Waiting as well. See, I think it's this right here. I'm not certain if Rader's offside though, but she chests it and then doesn't have a chance to go and get the ball because See, the only thing is, maybe we can look at it again. We'll see if Will Black, our great producer director, will let us see it. I don't know if she's looking at the ball, right? So that's what Sergio's looking at. I don't know if Vanderbosch is looking at the ball when she hits Rader. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do. I see. If you look, Vanderbosch reads in. She'll come off her line and does get the two-hand push to the ball right there.
Okay, so she is looking at the ball. That was a great look. I think now that I see her looking at the ball, I think they will wave it off. But he's taking a long time, though. So anytime, it's like jury duty, right? Mm-hmm. The longer they sit in there,
you're like, maybe something's up. Clearly innocent. And then after about, hour or two, you're like, well, maybe.
Hey, we are going to restart with a penalty. So prior to this one, no, I don't.
Okay, so actually he was looking at a play away from the play we were talking about, so our fault.
There is so much going on in the last minute and a half of game.
So remember that great run by Avery Older.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have we said she's made a great run? Her ability to go right foot or left foot.
Oh.
Ooh, handball right in front.
Yeah, look, it's up.
Walters with the shot.
It's out, and it's in an unnaturally, it's making the silhouette unnaturally larger. There's not a lot of space between where the shot was, but the arm's up. It's got to be a handball.
So Rader will take it. Sitting on 8 goals, 7 assists. So Kat Rader will go for goal number 9 to tie Mia Minestrello for the team lead. And with 4:47 remaining, Duke, who's had 19 shots, their 20th shot will be a penalty kick, and their 20th shot will be in. It's Duke 1, Syracuse 0. Rader with goal number 9 on the season.
It's a bit unlucky for Bridges. She's done a good job. Oder's run is fantastic. The shot, Bridges, arm up. She's trying to get to a good position. Now, this is fantastic from Rader. Look, everything says I'm shooting to my right, right? The hips are pointing right? Your shoulders are pointing right, and you whip that leg around and you kick it to your left. That's a fantastic penalty from Rader.
And Duke, with a 1-0 lead, that is well deserved, albeit on kind of an unfortunate handball. Obviously not done on purpose, but definitely it affected the ball going toward the goal. So a good look by Sergio Gonzalez, as I think we were going to be right on the fact that the goalkeeper didn't merit a penalty kick, but they found the handball.
Mm-hmm. I'm still floored by that penalty kick from Rader. It's so difficult. And if you're a keeper, Vanderbosch is reading the hips, right? Because Shakira said hips don't lie. Keepers believe it wholeheartedly, right? They're stuck in on them.
Walters, it's the first Shakira reference of the game. The 19 shots is a season high for the Duke Blue Devils. They had 19 in the first half against VMI. Rader. Yeah, she takes a good corner kick. There's those kind of opportunities. Now Rader will have another chance. Feels the pressure from Syracuse. It'll be a throw in for Duke. Piper looks like she's going to come over to take the throw in. Sonacheva drops into that pocket. Now roll it over to Travers. Travers to Avery Older. deserves a lot of credit on that ball to Farrell Walters. So 1-0 Duke, as the Duke Blue Devils at 9-3-1, 4-3-0 in the conference, looking for win number 10 on the season for Kieran Hall in season number 1. Duke has scored 36 goals on the season. Syracuse has scored 20. Duke has had, coming into the game, 259 shot attempts, Syracuse 180. Both teams' goals against average almost identical. Duke at 1.23, Syracuse at 1.25. Sonacheva over to Rader. Roller. Got it wide to Piper. Piper healthy is another, I think, team changer for the Duke Blue Devils. She's so valuable. She has seen a lot. She has gone through a lot and battled back to be a part of this team. I think she's going to make a difference on the stretch, Matt.
I think you're absolutely right. She's very good going forward, but her defensively, it brings this Duke team to another level.
Oder dancing with it. Sneaks through, and Oder almost involved in another goal. Then Laguerre came forward. Avery Oder, the freshman sensation, didn't start tonight, but didn't pout about it. Rader with a good idea to back heel to Sonacheva.
Hey, my accent isn't even that heavy anymore.
And less than a minute remaining in the first half. King had it for a moment, lost it, and guess what she did? She won it back over to Roller, and then Roller pops it to Oder. Oder now has got Walters in front of her. Oder can beat you all by herself. Oder gonna play it into space by herself, Lynn Williams style, and will earn a corner kick. Wow, I knew she had pace. That was a solid display of pace right there from Avery Oder. She's gonna hustle down to take the corner kick, sends it perfectly to Piper. Almost got a handball there as well. Final seconds will tick down.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And it's 1-0. Your thoughts, Matt Stradley, on the first half? Extremely busy was Shea Vanderbosch, number 30, the goalkeeper for Syracuse. Our only goal came in minute 41. It was a Cat Rader penalty kick. And the second half is underway. Syracuse back out there in their white kits with a little trim of orange, of course, and Duke and their Duke blue from head to toe. Laguerre to Lynch. Turn back in. Piper showing that speed. She'll get it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Dysart, who has not had very much to do, Caroline Dysart.
Looks like we're back at 3 at the back to start the second half.
Oder does stay in the game after not starting even with 3 in the back. So here's Avery Oder. Just trying to give it back to Cat Rader.
Dana King doesn't play like a freshman.
She's been great from first game.
That would have been an easy panic ball because you've got pressure coming from your side and you're feeling the defender behind you. She could have put it out, let Syracuse get some possession. She could have an instant touched and fired it back and tried to get it to Dysart, but she takes a touch, takes a second, lets the play develop. That's not a freshman move. That's an upperclassman move.
Oliaro. Laguerre wanted it. Oliaro keeps it. Rader. Rader was hoping to earn a corner kick, but it did bounce back up and go off of number 2 for Blue. She's the goal scorer in this game, her 9th of the season. And as we're just a couple minutes in the second half, it's Duke 1, Syracuse 0. Holder, a freshman. Travers, a freshman. King, a freshman. At one point, this recruiting class was ranked #1 and ended up finishing #3 overall. Point is, pretty good freshman class that Kieran Hall brought in his first campaign. I'm sure Robbie Church helped with that as well. In fact, I'm positive. Laguerre. Back by Piper, who has brought a different level kind of engine to this back line. Roller trying to close down. Now Roller gives up a little space to sort of set up defensively. And more great work from #3, King. Dea King.
Fearless in defense. I like it. She's in the box. You know, you don't want too much contact, but she uses her body so well, gets in front, gets position, plays the ball.
Gear knew she wanted to get it to Oder, who was over on that left side. Rader, now Oder makes a run to the left, so Rader tucks inside. Back to Piper, now Lynch. Lynch, a little give and go with Piper and knocked out of bounds. Nice work. That's your right back, and ostensibly for purposes of this game, kind of your extra holding mid, although Laguerre kind of sits there doing a little combo, give and go right around the 18. Duke fighting for it, and Syracuse will knock it out of bounds via Duke throw-in. Duke only leading 1-0, but utterly dominating this game with 21 shots.
Come on, where are we? Jazz, I need you on 6.
Sent in again.
Away.
And Estrella.
Come on, Mia. Come on, Mia. Off the box, Jazz.
Remember, if she can score 10, she'll join just a handful of big-time names at Duke to score 10 in back-to-back years. Talking about Minestrella. Oliaro, if she can get her 10th assist. You see Mia Minestrella named to the Mac Herman Trophy watch list, and there's the other Mia, who are their roommates too. They call Mia Oliaro Mo, which makes sense. Oder. We have seen her turn and hit some wonder goals this year.
She's so good at serving the ball in with her left foot that you have to honor it. That gives it some space for her to invert, get on that right foot. She can hit a curler into that near post. It's wicked.
Piper contested. Roller will clean it out. Got a whistle.
Syracuse does have some targets on set pieces. This is where, you know, I look towards their midfield coming out of that defensive midfield spot. They've got some size. Croyle right at 6 feet. That's a fantastic target to pick out.
mean, they're only down 1, and all it takes is 1. And they've got an opportunity here. Ball sent in right to Dysart, though. She had it the whole way, Matt.
That was number 19, Croyle. Had eyes for the ball, trying to get onto the end of it, but just a little bit too far inside the 6. Dysart. I love a keeper that's going to be decisive, and that was, you don't always have to be right. You just have to be on the right page. You have to be decisive.
Some work on the left side, near side from our broadcast position. Laguerre. Turn from Minestrella, not quite there.
Syracuse is getting, inducing shots from distance, and if you're Vander Bosch, as many saves as you've made and as quality as you've been all season, I think you'd rather that than to have the crashing of the net. Not a ton in it, but Lynch does get 2 hands into the back, and that's going to be an instant whistle. Anytime you make the opposite player go into a crescent, that's probably going to draw a whistle.
Good point. About 9 minutes into the second half. Syracuse taking their time, working it out of the back. Natalie Magnotta, who transferred from Penn State. Penn State actually was a numbers game. You know, they cut down to 28. Penn State is always one of the bigger rostered programs, and a few players had to find different homes. Older pushed off the ball.
Laguerre does this move to solidify possession. She just brings it back around and in.
Here's Older with her left foot from the end line, ends up sending in a pretty good cross. Piper somehow wins that, just pure hustle. And then because she has such a good touch as the ball gets around her, can then take control after the hustle. Minestrella was looking to chest it down and turn and got away from her just a little bit. There's Laguerre. She's just got a different stride about her, a different glide. Her passing, you know, they call it a beautiful game for a reason, and she plays it that way. Karina Laguerre, part of the U20 U.S. team that featured Michelle Cooper as well a few years back. It's a pretty good team.
One of the drawbacks of playing that defensive-minded midfielder is sometimes all the things that you do go unnoticed.
That's a good point too. I think you've hit your limit of good points, Matt, so you get bonus time here.
Oh, bonus time. I thought I was done. I was like, I'll go see if there are any Coca-Colas in the fridge. I'll be back.
No, I need you. Got a replay here. It's your job, Matt.
Oh, it's a good-looking kick. That's a difficult chance. I thought you said my points were done. I was just going to mail it in. It's a bounding ball. It's so difficult to get over the top of it. You want to get some power on it, so you have to try to time it to when it bounces. And if you're just a second off, it kind of goes up into the sky like it did.
Played in space. Syracuse head down the other line. Look at King's closing speed. Good tackle to go with the closing speed. And again, all of that work leads to the ball going back to Duke. Older drops it back to Roller. Now here's Laguerre. Laguerre over to Lynch. Lynch. Now the far side to Oliaro. Minestrella making a move. Minestrella in the 18. Minestrella. And Minestrella so quick, so good at creating her own space. Mia Minestrella leads to a corner kick. Corner kick for Duke. Oliaro looking for Piper and not on frame. You saw Shea Vanderbosch basically say, I got this. I mean, the scary thing is it's still just 1-0 despite an unbelievable number of shots. 23 shots to just 2 for Syracuse. Karen Hall's team looks sharp. Cat Rader from the penalty spot. If you missed how the penalty happened, there was a ton of action. I mean, Duke was peppering the goal. Avery Older had come off the bench. One of her first touches, she tucked inside, a great dribble. Remember, she can use her right or left foot. Farrah Walters makes a move, near post, right in front of the goalkeeper, Vanderbosch. As she did it, you're right, Matt, she kind of lofted it. And as she lofted it, it hit Bree Bridges' hand, which affected where it was going toward the goal. And this was after they kept on playing, and then there was more opportunities. Then Sergio Gonzalez finally went over and took a look at it. We thought they were looking at what was a collision between Vanderbosch and I believe Rader, actually, who scored the penalty kick. And that was not the play. It was the handball after all.
And it's unlucky for Bridges because a moment later she makes a goal line clearance on a ball that was to the far post, and right place, right time, and fantastic defending.
This is better from Syracuse. Travers with the quick throw into Laguerre. Laguerre over to King, and then Laguerre communications say get it to Roller. Yeah, they do have 3 in the back. So what you now have is Laguerre with Lynch and Travers. That's a strong central part of the midfield, even 3 in the back. Syracuse is going to make a change as Nikki Thrasher Adams going to bring in number 17, Abby Incorvaya, a freshman from New Jersey, Waldwick High School.
You're seeing also 2 very young defenses go at each other. I mean, you've got essentially a freshman sophomore back 3 for Syracuse, and you've got a freshman on the back line for Duke.
Dysart, a little bit of pressure. Syracuse tries to stay with it. Now Dysart will pick it up. Tap over from Minestrella, came out to midfield. Now Avery Older. You can't push her either way. It makes her so dangerous. What a ball from Older as she finds the head of Lynch on a dime. Good run by Lynch, who always makes good runs. Lynch thought it was then deflected. Look at Older. You know, you can't force her left, right? Because she'll crush you, so you got to try to play her straight up. That's the second time Lynch almost chested one in the back of the net.
And it's a good bring. It looked like a header from our vantage point, but Croyle actually thumps the header just behind Lynch, out of play. Almost, Cat Rader almost got a foot onto it.
6 corner kicks for Duke. They go short this time. Give it back to Lynch. Left foot knocked away by Syracuse as they They have 5 firmly in the back. They have 6. They have a line of 6 right now, folks. You're seeing it, right, Matt?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right to the top of the 18. Laguerre still gets a touch to it. Trying to play it to Lynch. And Lynch's presence, her pressure, just her being, leads to them knocking it out of bounds as Lynch is so strong.
Coming off the corner, they were in a 6-3-1.
Travers. Good cutback by Travers. Better defense from Syracuse as they'll knock it long. Ooh, they got a little header. This is a good chance for the Orange as it finds Clammer. Mia Clammer, talked about her in the open. She's pushed there by King. And they're calling goal kick.
Shoulder to shoulder. Did a good job. They'll go take a look at it. But for me, I had shoulder to shoulder in live action. King has a lot of ground to make up. Good sprint. Yeah, I mean, to me, that shoulder to shoulder, just trying to jockey for position on the ball.
Good look there, King, the fine freshman. There's Mia Clammer, who has had herself a really good season. 7 goals and 3 assists, 17 points for the Orange.
That was a brilliant flick header to give her the space to get in on goal.
Shoulder to shoulder is what Sergio Gonzalez is indicating. Clammer, her left shoulder to the right shoulder, and kind of just went down on contact.
You didn't see the extension of the arm from King, and I think that's what the official was coming back to look for. Was there a shove? But it was just solid shoulder to shoulder contact.
Syracuse. Now in number 9, Kendall Lawler.
King had 10 yards of space to make up and did so.
Yeah, we talked about her closing speed. Her angles are always good. And then in the end, her defending there good. Shoulder to shoulder without extending her arm. You nailed it, Matt. She extends her arm. Perhaps there's a PK. Doesn't happen. No PK. Here's Oder.
Syracuse defensively is doing a great job of forcing the ball out of the middle. Kind of blocking it up, no ways through. Forcing the ball out wide, forcing the services in from wide spaces.
Oliaro earns the throw in. Minestrella and Rader are the two up top with Oder at the moment. Just so many attacking kind of players. Calling for it was Rader, and it'll be a corner kick for Duke.
Duke's gone short the last couple where they've tried to get Lynch into a right-footed curling ball back into the box. It looks like it's going to be just a standard corner this time.
Devin Lynch hammered in, and in the back of the net. Duke 2, Syracuse 0. We think Oliaro, but we'll confirm it. There were a couple players in there. Duke now 2-0.
It's a great ball. It's on the 6. And it is a little toe poke from Oliaro. A bounding ball that ricochets between Oliaro and L. Piper.
Between the legs of the goalkeeper Vanderbosch and Oliaro. with her second goal of the season to go with those 9 assists. And it's now 2-0 Duke.
And number 8, L. Piper.
That's so tough. And if you're Vanderbosch, you have to stay on your line there. You're seeing the ball kind of pinball around. You have to stay on your line. You're hoping your defender will cut across and get a piece of it.
Duke has been good on set pieces this year, and they've been good in that way where there's been 3 or 4 blue jerseys around with multiple players that are available for even, like, as you said, a toe poke like Oliaro just did. Remember, the top 6 make it. Goals scored is your second tiebreaker. Goal differential is your third. So more goals you can put in the back of the net in ACC play to make sure you're one of those 6 is pretty critical, as that one will go out of bounds.
I'm always a fan of a Trevellet ball, one that you're trying to bend into the run. That one just didn't have enough purchase on it.
Travers. Laguerre on the far side to Piper. Back over and a shot. Was that Laguerre? No, that was Minestrella. Okay. Minestrella trying to get that 10 back-to-back years. Piper's been outstanding.
Substitution for Syracuse now, and number 11.
Just been away from the far post, but Piper decoys that interior pass. She steps like she's going to put that outside, like Duke has done many times, and just squares it inside of the foot pass right into Minestrella. I love that pass.
Played into space. Avery Oder. Oder with that left foot. Just sends in a rocket. Avery Oder can do it all. She's going to get subbed out.
The ball in for Oder is fantastic. It's right at the 6. Estrella coming on, attacking it well. That's a difficult one because you're outside of the frame of goal. You have to flick it at some angle. But the pass from Laguerre, the one-time pass to put Oder into space, was unreal.
Sonacheva back in the game now for Oder, who may not be done. 22 minutes remaining. Syracuse now with 3 shots on the game against 27 from Duke. Roller to Piper. Minestrella. That was a tough trap to make. Piper wins it back. Piper will try it again. Minestrella will drop it to Piper. Piper, what a weapon to come out of the back. A little bit like Emily Fox right now. This is Oliaro. Oliaro. Now over on the left side, looking to get it back to Piper. Another good trap from Piper. Back to Oliaro. Oliaro to Piper. Piper can cross it, does, goes all the way through, and a shot again from Duke. And it's Minestrella again, looking to get to double digits in back-to-back years in goals, and she's been close tonight.
It's a fantastic ball from Piper. And it's a nice little let go by Rader. The shot, it's a tough one. It's through contact. And it's so well read by Vanderbosch.
6 shots, 2 shots on frame. Great point, Matt. Rader with that dummy there, getting out of the ball way and taking a defender with her to give even more space to Minestrella. It's the little things like that, those kind of details that you know you've got a special player. And let me tell you, folks, this is a special team, the Duke women's soccer team.
Back in, number 22, Sierra Collins.
Rader's well within her rights to try for her 10th goal. Right? It would have been a very difficult try. It would have been something right off the top shelf if she had been able to put it in. But Rader plays for the name on the front of the jersey, not the one on the back, and I love that.
I always went for the one on the back.
I like that about you.
Look here.
There's no I in team. Dean says there is in win.
Now, the truth is, I got into this business because I do love talking about other people, especially great athletes. Brings a ton of joy, Matt. I know you feel the same way.
Really do. I think about all the summers these players have dedicated themselves to their craft, and all the days spent in cars traveling with parents to go to away games, and the sacrifices the families made to put these special players in the best possible position to be right here, right now.
Syracuse with a little bit of possession here, showing a little bit of fight, down 2-0 and being outshot 28-3. Can they keep it? Can they get a shot off? They can, but not on frame. That's okay though, because I wanted some time to thank our great crew led by Will Black, Rob Gray, Anthony Hennig, our camera men, Chris Metzloff, Christopher Dubois, Ivan Pacheco, Ryan Givens, Michaela Mosteller, Blake Woodard is here, Nick Forbes is also here, and Matt McCullough sleeps here, so he's definitely on the crew. Alongside Matt Stradley, I'm Dean Linke. I want to thank all of those men and women for being a part of today's broadcast.
Well, the team has gotten some fantastic shots and some pivotal moments where the camera people have done an amazing job to get us the best possible look at the action.
Under 18 minutes remaining. Duke 2, Syracuse 0. 41st minute, a penalty kick from Rader, her 9th goal of the season. And then the 65th minute, assisted by Elle Piper and Devin Lynch, it's Mia Oliaro. As Mia Oliaro gets just her 2nd goal of the season, but she's got 9 assists. Lynch now has 3 goals and 5 assists on the season. And Elle Piper with her 2nd assist of the season. And she hasn't played that many games. This is only her 11th start of the season. So Syracuse going to bring in maybe 5 players as Goldthwait comes on for Duke. Let's see if we can get you the Syracuse players. 13's coming on. That is Anna Rupert. 32 is coming on. Even though I have to be honest with you, I don't see a 32 on the roster.
For Syracuse. Now in number 4, Ashley Grouch. Number 6, Mia Clemmer. Number 13,
So Mia
Anna Rupert.
Clammer back into the game as well.
Number 32, Olivia Bozo.
All right, so it's Olivia Bazo, who normally wears 18.
And in for Duke, number 5, Phoebe Goldthwait.
You just heard the PA announcer indicate that Phoebe Goldthwait has come into the game for Kieran Hall and the Duke Blue Devils, who lead at 2-0.
Oh, what a pass.
Great pass, and the shot coming from Travers. Travers kind of just bent back as she took that shot, Matt. Travers with 1 goal and 1 assist on the season. Look at that shot. It's 29-4 in favor of Duke. Nikki Thrasher Adams in her 7th season as head coach. She was an All-American player for G. Guerreri at Texas A&M. Here's Lynch. Lynch picked up again by Vanderbosch. Vanderbosch pings it long with 15 minutes remaining. Ooh. Decent ball. Here's King. Now trying to push Syracuse out. You can hear Carla Overbeck saying don't foul, and King didn't foul. Now Oliaro to get the team out of trouble. Be a throw in for Syracuse.
Clammer can toss it a ways.
This one will come through, and a turn! Oh. Dysart with a kick save and a beauty right there. Still kept alive. The right foot of Dysart keeps this one at 2-0. That's a quality save from a player that has not seen a ton of action. And what do you want from your goalkeeper? You want 1 or 2 big saves each game, and that was a big save.
That was their first time she's really been called into action, and comes out here like primed to hail with the right foot.
Lynch over to Oliaro. Oliaro sends it through right in front. Spillage, and picked up there by Vanderbosch.
Just a ball through, great touch into space, and Dysart, oh, it's in. It's in. It's what a save it is. Oliaro puts the ball in such a dangerous spot. Boy, Vanderbosch gets big so quick and so well. Saves another goal.
She used her legs as well. Basically, Dysart stretched out, and Vanderbosch did the same thing. So 2 really good saves. Roller's going to come back to Dysart. He's going to feel a little bit of heat here. Calmly drops it over to Piper. Look at Piper let the ball do the work.
Syracuse is pushing a higher line now. Oh, it's good.
Oliaro is onside. You heard it from Mr. Stradley first. Oliaro now looking for outlets. Finds the gear. First times it quickly over to Travers. Travers now. The gear finds a pocket. Travers. Sonacheva. Piper back to Roller. Everybody touches it here. King. Now Oliaro. Travers. Lynch was begging for it. She still is. And they tried to find Lynch. Roller's pass not quite there. Now Roller's got to get back. Although she's also got King to help out. King knocks it out of bounds. Wow, King is special.
Corner for Syracuse.
Good physical player. Takes that shoulder to shoulder. This time, Clammer fights through it. King waits for a little bit of separation, slides the toe in, gives up the corner, but gosh, in that situation, you're okay with it.
So Sergio Gonzalez coming over to talk to the Syracuse bench. Looks like we're going to get a yellow card.
It's yellow to the Syracuse bench, and I heard the center say next time you stand up, you're gone.
Right. Yeah, they only like to usually have one coach standing, but they very rarely call that.
Yellow card has been assessed to the bench of Syracuse.
So Sergio Gonzalez.
You can laugh all you want. Right?
Huh.
I haven't the slightest idea what he could be looking at.
I told you he's a communicator, right? So
Yeah.
he does let coaches and players talk to him. And after he'd given that yellow card, I felt like as he walked over, he was basically pointing back to the coach that got the card. All right, the early word from the Bird is that they're going way back to look at something here. So we'll try to keep you posted.
This match, though, right? Not like.
No, this game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That would have been unprecedented.
yeah, that would have been unique. Kind of like Matt Stradley.
You know, I would have been in. I'm like, let's do it.
So this one is halted here with a 2-0 score. And after they had given a yellow to the Syracuse bench. Again, Duke with a goal in the 41st minute by Rader and then the 65th minute by Oliaro. Sergio Gonzalez.
Yeah, we're still restarting with a corner kick.
The toes, ladies, let's go. Over the ball.
Corner will be taken by number 4, Ashley Rout.
All right, so they're going to play on. It'll be a corner kick coming from Ashley Rauch. So Rauch loops one in, pretty good spot, headed first by Duke, second by Syracuse. A big swing, but kind of miss-hit. That gives Duke a chance to clear it rather. And Walters is fast, but not that fast to be able to get to that one.
Nice flick.
Yeah, Syracuse is showing us some little something here.
I like it.
So we're working our way down to 10 minutes remaining. There's Roller giving protection for Dysart. Dysart has it. Dysart with that beautiful kick save to keep it at 2-0. And then on the other side, also kind of with a kick save of her own with Shea Vanderbosch. Vanderbosch has had a big time game as she's got 9 saves.
A couple of those of the spectacular variety. The most recent one probably being the best of the bunch.
Oliaro.
Walters came flying over to charge in and contest that ball, nearly winning Duke the possession back. That's a fantastic ball.
You've been saying that more about Syracuse here late in the second half, which I think shows a little bit, maybe, I guess, you know, glass half full about the future for this team, as a lot of it is happening from some youngsters. So that's good to see for Syracuse for sure. As Syracuse came in at 5-7-4, 1-6-1 under Nikki Thrasher Adams, the Texas A&M grad who you just saw. Sent out of there by Walters. The Duke Blue Devils are looking to go to 10-3-1 and 5-3-0 in the ACC, led by Kieran Hall who won a national championship as a player at Fort Lewis College. His associate head coach, Carla Overback, won 4 at North Carolina. Is that good?
That's not bad.
Okay.
That was before you could win 5.
That's right. I don't think she lost a game. I think she may have tied 1, but I don't think she lost a game in college. 89-0-6. 3-time All-American at UNC. Came out of Texas, just like another pretty good player for the Tar Heels named Ham.
I think I've heard of her before.
Sent back into King. Off of King's head, rather. Gear and Lynch. Oliaro. Oliaro. Back over to Travers. Gear. Despite having a player hanging on her, as that was Bazo, who's wearing the 32 jersey instead of her standard 18. Travers, neat little cut back in. 2 games left for Duke. They'll be at NC State on the 26th, and they'll have Clemson here on the 30th. And another big save. That is massive, fearless, courageous there from Shea Vanderbosch.
Vanderbosch sees the danger coming. It's a good job to make it more difficult by the defense, but Vanderbosch gets out, cuts the angle, gets big, smothers the shot. Walters would have taken almost a chip, a spectacular chip, to get it past Vanderbosch.
So Lexi Coughlin, who has started quite a few games, comes into the game for the first time. Sonacheva with the shot. She just plays with a ton of joy, I think.
I agree. One of the few players who looks like they're having a great time playing defense, I'll say.
Speaking of big-time defenders, it's kind of unfortunate that Bree Bridges, got unlucky with where her hand is, but she's a freshman out of Virginia, and she's the real deal. I mean, you're talking about somebody who's listed at 5'10", looks a little taller. Let's do a recap here. It'll include Bridges and an unlucky handball.
It's a great cross across. Walters just trying to roof it off the hand. And Rader with a clinical penalty kick. The second one was a bit more opportunistic. Oliaro the first to show the reflexes. Toe poke goal, sneaking it past Vanderbosch.
Both goals coming with Avery Older on the pitch as well. And I know I talk a lot about her, but she just kind of makes things happen. And, in basketball, that plus-minus stat is huge. It might as well be in soccer, too, I think. This one's cut back. What a great move. Just really unlucky. Perfect move by Ashley Rauch, as Rauch had cut in, the redshirt senior out of South Lakes High School in Western Virginia.
It's a fantastic run. You're going to see dummies the shot, cuts it back, and King does just enough to bother the shot. Boy, King's refusal to give up on plays has saved a goal or two tonight.
Indeed. I also would say that seeing Piper back out there, and I know she was there for a couple games after you and I did that 5-0 thrashing of Pitt, but to see her live in color here on ACC Network Extra, she's going to make a difference for Duke back there. They can play 3 or 4 in the back with her back there.
She's got a relentless motor. Forward, back. She's good in the midfield. She's a great defender.
Travers comes over and makes a pretty aggressive tackle there on Maya McDermott. McDermott, the redshirt junior out of Springside Chestnut Hill Academy.
We'll take another look.
Previous sequence is under review.
She doesn't keep her boot up. It's not a dangerous play to me. She comes through, makes a play on the ball. Looks like a fair challenge for the ball.
So while they're looking at it, Kieran Hall calls his team over.
10 seconds left. No fucking around. Clean sheet. Keep your shape. Be organized. Pressure on the ball. Understand? Just come on.
I think what you're seeing now is Duke trying to see out a victory. They're worrying more about possession, holding the ball, as opposed to really working into dangerous areas, sending runners forward. Syracuse has done a good job taking advantage of that, getting a higher line, sending more numbers forward. But thus far, Duke's done a really good job of being professional and trying to see out this 2-0 win.
All right, so here we go. So we got 4 minutes and 10 seconds. Long throw in.
Away!
Travers with the sliding tackle. And then Syracuse will knock it out of bounds. And now for Dysart to work some of the clock that started at 3:59. We'll see when she finally gets rid of it here. Let's stop the clock for a moment. Now they'll get rolling. Oliaro. That was a really nice move by her. Travers to Lynch. Lynch going deep into this one and it's knocked out of bounds.
Collins does a good job of playing that cover.
Are you with me on how good Bree Bridges is, though, the center back, the freshman? I mean, unlucky on that handball, but other than that, I mean, she's won every aerial battle.
This is a back 3, a back 4 that are a problem. They're difficult to score against. This is a Duke team that is, in their last 3 games, scored, was it 11 goals?
They had 5 against Pitt, 3 against North Carolina, and 3 against Virginia Tech. And even in Asheville, that adds to 11.
I was waiting for you to say what it was. Didn't have my phone out to calculator.
This is sent back. Truly enjoy working with Matt Stradley and the great folks over here at Duke. Matt, you make it fun. Duke women make it fun. Syracuse have brought some fight, but they have been outclassed in this one.
This is just an elite attacking team. And they've done their job of defending and defending in moments. Good night. Not many people are going to win a foot race against Farrah Walters. and Bridges just did that.
Oliaro.
Come on, throw it!
50-50 ball, and Goldthwait sends it out of bounds. We're down to a
1
minute.
minute remaining in regulation. 1 minute.
So, Matt, I need that big brain of yours to get rolling, because right around 30, I'm going to ask for your final thoughts on this one, as Duke is going to win this game. And while the scoreboard isn't like totally lopsided, the shots are 32-6. And they're going to move to 10-3-1, 5-3-0 in the ACC. 3 more points to climb the ACC ladder. We're at 30, Matt. Your thoughts on this performance from the Duke Blue Devils?
I want to start with the Orange because Vander Bosch is one of the best shot-stopping goalkeepers in the country. Some fantastic saves tonight. Dysart had one big moment, and she was big in that moment. I thought the defense did everything they needed to do. They kept the pressure on the Syracuse defense by keeping possession of the ball. Duke was clinical today.
Clock to stop with 5 here. All right, so you've got the last word from the man, Matt Stradley. And the final score is the number 7 team in the country, Duke 2, the Syracuse Orange 0. A penalty kick goal from Rader, and then a second goal